Not really. Just, I guess more small ones. I don't know what the total number was tonight. But I thought I'd go live from the boat cave. Lewis, what's up? Hey, David. Don't mind the mess here. It's got tackle everywhere. I'll show you here quick. This is my rig, anyways. Got the Helix 7. Right. Put this stereo in myself. This panel. Built a speaker box. You know, got a 50 Merc CT. That's what it's powered by. It works. Thanks for coming, guys. Yeah, no doubt. Well, I got kids' bicycles in here too, and you name it. Space gets filled up quick, kind of, right? Yeah. The boat pretty much just fits in. I have a swing tongue on it, and I can just get the garage door to close. Get the tongue swung in. Don't mind the cork on this. It's seen some fish, this rod, that's all. And I'm putting new line on there. I'm going to go with a mono 10-pound test. I'm just due for new line, because as I get broken off by those rocks, or as I catch a few fish, I pull off 3 to 5 feet of line all the time, slowly but surely throughout the season, which is good. Like, I find line's only good for one season nowadays anyways, right? So in this case, I'll go 2 seasons. But this was 8-pound mono. I didn't really like it, but Alfred, what's up, bro? Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out, bro. This already feels a little better. Better diameter, and I think going up to the 10-pound, I'll reduce like a tiny bit of stretch with the mono, right? Going from the 8 to 10-pound. I got 2 rods to do. This one I'm going to go the 10-pound, and then the next rod I'm going to go 12-pound. Then I'll be all set. Regina, thanks for coming in. How are you? Thank you. So appreciate it. Oh, no. I try not to hurt fish. I really do. I'd be as careful with the fish as possible, right? Sure, everybody here knows how to put new line on a fishing rod. Fill her up nicely here, and can't wait to catch a couple of fish on it, right? You know what I might do too while I'm at it is I'm going to grease these reels, take them apart and add a little bit of grease to them. They've gotten wet a couple times, and this one's getting some sound. I'm not happy with that, but you guys hear that? It's not right. It should not feel like that or sound like that. But I am hard on reels, I find, like regardless. So like this one, I guess, is a small step up to what I was like buying before and using. But I find the amount I fish, I gotta put a plan in place to spend some good bucks on a spinning reel. I bought a good, decent bait caster that cost me a few bucks, but like this pole, I'm really happy with. The reel, I'm not. And it's not the brand of reel, it's just all these companies have different grades of kind of pricing and quality, you know. Same thing with kind of motorcycles. Like you have Hondas that are made in Japan, and then you have Hondas that are made elsewhere, right? Out of Japan. So I had a Honda CBR 300 and it was made in Indonesia. I'm not talking smack about Indonesia or the quality or anything like that. It was a great bike. Honda motor, no problems, but it was cheaper. And they just kind of source out to a different factory, which the bike was great, by the way. I sold it. But I put 20,000 clicks on it and then sold it. So what should I put on here? I have it complete. You don't want to put too much line on those reels, because you'll find if you know anything about relining and then casting your first couple of times, if you put too much on there, it'll give you problems when you cast. I don't know, you have to kind of experience it to know what I'm talking about. Hey, thanks, David. Appreciate that, eh? Maybe I'll toss a map on there for now. Well, that was quick. Didn't take long, eh? One rod down. The other rod's in my truck. I got a couple small things to do in here. I gotta toss the chargers to check the batteries, just to top them up and see whether or not they've lost power. I haven't used my boat enough, and I knew that at the beginning of the year it was gonna be less boat time, but I'm gonna tie this up here. I'm gonna take the reel apart. And then I gotta go through my shelves, and I guess I'll use the same grease I use for my wheel bearings on the boat trailer. Darren, what's up? Thanks for coming in, bro. Ken Big Fishing. Appreciate you coming in. Darren, yeah, thank you. So there's part of my problem. Right away I take the reel apart. What do I have here jammed in there? Some fishing line, eh? You know, everything looks good there. I still see some grease on there too, but I'm just gonna set this down for a minute and I gotta hop out of the boat for a second. So it's a grease gun I fill my bearing buddies up with. Should work, right? It's made for heat and water, so it should be good for the reel. And then it's to figure out where to put the grease, right? So and I think this is important, no matter the quality or whatever you buy, right? That makes sense. I mean, keep them lubed up and everything working the way it should. Oh, for sure. Tons. I mean, I'll pretty much fish right to below freezing, and then I'll take the break, right? I'll take a break from the fishing until we get ice, and then even still it'll be down to pretty much weekends. But I can usually find open water. It's all temperature depending. I got frostbite when I was young, so the cold does get to my hands. So even with ice fishing and gloves on, I can go so long before I need to be in a hut with heat on. But I have two huts. I have Big Fish. That's an Eskimo 949i. It's the insulated one. I have an electric auger, brand new. Haven't got to use it yet. So I got some good ice fishing toys. I don't know if that got in there or what, eh? Hope I'm not overdoing it with the grease, eh? Hey, Phoenix, you're in the house? Yeah, right on you too, eh? How was your day, Phoenix? I saw you were live, but I was at work, eh? I was going to stop by and say hello, but by the time I did, you weren't live anymore. Yeah. Having said that, you didn't have that great of ice last year. I mean, you had ice, no doubt, okay, for sure. You had ice to go fishing. But just look at the snowmobile trails, right? Any of the river crossings didn't technically open up, right? So it was a fairly mild winter for you, but I'm going to guarantee. Well, I'm going to say this now. You're going to get a good winter, and all those water crossings are going to freeze up really good. Oh, yeah. That sounds busy. I know what those are like. Appointments for the kids. Oh, gotta blow my nose. Allergy season, right? Sucks. Okay, I hooked the life jacket with the stinger hook here. Alright, so how am I going to test this reel? I can do it two ways. I can throw this here, loosen up drag. It's one way to do it. Oh, what a world of difference. Fixed. Okay. Oops. You know, I look at this and I'm like, did I put too much line on this? I guess I won't be able to tell how it sounds now until I actually cast it. Yeah, see, it's jamming up. There's a problem with the bearing in this reel. Yeah, still gonna have that sound. And I think it's some hard-on stuff, and I fish a lot with it, right? I mean, when you fish so many times a week, but yeah, definitely there's a bearing problem in this reel. It still casts, it still works though, so. So that's that one done. I'm not happy because the sound isn't out of the line, or out of the reel, but whatever. And I just feel like definitely there's like a bearing missing that fell out or something going on here. Oh well. Now, inexpensive, this has been a great rod. I troll with it. I used to fish like catfish for it, carp, whatever. It's Eagle Claw, but it's a bit old school, right? It's, man, it's durable. And it always works. Reel works like the day I found it. I've never greased it up, or not the day I found it, the day I bought it. But that's pretty good. That's not the one we're working with. Another rod I troll with, I got it for an awesome deal. Pandemic days, believe it or not, Walmart. I've had to get diapers and all that fun stuff for years, and I'm always going to Walmart, and I don't go to any store without going through the fishing section. I know I like to support, you know, like mom and pa or, you know, other tackle shops, but if I go to Walmart, I'm going through the fishing section, and that's it. So yeah, I just happened to scan that one, and it was $19.99 on some sort of clearance. It's amazing. It came with that line on it and everything, and I've caught lots of fish with it. And all I've done with it is trolled with it. All right. Swim bait? What do you mean, Todd Rock? Thanks for coming in, bro. Good to see you here, brother. You going to bed, Phoenix? You have a great night, eh? Good luck tomorrow. All right, so that other rod is in the truck that I'm going to reline. There's so much I can do in here, though. It's like everything's just so all over the place. Some Cleos. Yeah. They're always good, eh? What else we got in here? You ever heard of Thunder Miss Lures? David, you know Thunder Miss? Evil from Thunder Miss Lures? Anyways, that's a Viper spoon made by Thunder Miss Lures Company. This guy still uploads content. He does cooking stuff too, but I think his YouTube channel is Thunder Miss Lures. But he fishes like Niagara, all different seasons, all over the place, different spots, Lake Erie. Sometimes he'll go for perch. He'll go down to the whirlpool. This guy's been around for a lot of years. It's a YouTube channel I follow, and I haven't seen any notifications from him, so better double check that. You're still sending me notifications of his uploads. These are really good, eh? That's the Rapala Deep Tail Dancer. Faster it goes, the more movement it'll give. I've whapped this thing off tons of rocks. But I haven't caught a fish on it yet, though, on this one. This, I believe I have, and that's, see, I like flatlining, right, behind the boat. So if I get into 50 feet of water, 60 feet of water, that's perfect. I think this one goes to, oh, this is the 30-footer. That's the 40-footer, right? That's what these are, too. They're the 20-footers. Yeah, so more or less, you're just going to see use your electronics, see what depth you're in, what the water depth is you're fishing. Throw a lure that's going to be 10 feet off the bottom or whatever, right? Or vice versa, or right on the bottom or whatever. Like that, I've had pounding rocks. Here's a cool box to show you. Anyone ever heard of the Polish perch? Don't want to make sure. What do you mean? Call what different? I'm lost, bro. Anyways, you ever heard of the Polish perch? Check this out. This thing is like fishing with a jumbo perch itself. Like, man, that is a classic. Boom, 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 boom. Wham. You know what? That's a jumbo. All right. Picked that up at Ancaster Swap Meet last year. Or the year before, maybe, actually. I think I might have paid 10 bucks for it. Guy might have been asking 15, I forget. But that's a classic. Good score. And also, at the same swap meet, I got a muskrat lure. This was painted by Cabbies. I don't know if anybody knows who that is. And this was painted, airbrush painted by Cabbies as well. Boom. So it's technically, that's a Jake, right? Isn't it? Musky bait. And this one I picked up from a swap meet. Oh, that's big. Boom, boom, and that'll dive right down to 20-ish feet. Yeah, it's the musky box, bro. And you know what? I know I don't get around places where I can use these a lot, but I'm just slowly kind of collecting larger lures. You want to catch big fish? You need big lures, right? That's the... Yeah, that's the musky box. Ice fishing box, pretty much. Lots and sods. I got tons of ice fishing stuff down in the basement. These I bought a bunch of one year. And they're the Storm Thunder Sticks. Apparently great for walleye. I got a bunch of those, little collection. They're all pretty much the same. But they were always a popular walleye bait, eh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have some swim baits. What else we got here? Here's a miscellaneous. So it's anything from 8 to like 18 feet, more or less. All different cranks. These are really good. Got one brand new in a package. And you see, they look more like the northern perch. You see the kind of the coloring? Very popular for walleye. These two lures, amazing. Amazing. I'll be in 20 feet of water and I run this, and I've caught some lunker nice fish off that lure. Caught some good ones. Same with that. That's a Lindy's. Forget the actual model name of it, but good baits. But how much stuff can you really have, too, at the same time? You know what I mean? Like, Duke City, what's up? Thanks for stopping in. With the blue what? Which one? Pardon me, bro. Sorry I missed that. Alfred Views. Which one? These? Or this? Which one in the blue? Or the cordons? That in blue? Which one in blue? Oh, yeah. You want to see the old school Rapala blue, bro? Right there, bud. And that's an old lure, actually. That's not a new one. So that's the original minnow. Old Rapala blue right there. The blue storms. Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. You talking about this one? That blue one? That's the blue Hottentot. I think it's 12 feet. Dives to 12 feet. Hey, they're always good. I've caught walleye out of the Grand running these behind the boat. Apparently blue works good for the Niagara River as well. Oh, yeah, there's a little stack of storms. That's a shad wrap that's somehow mixed in with them. I don't know how that got there. That little storm section. This one's been good. I caught a lunker catfish on this very lure. This green one, eh? And the golds worked well. You know where the gold worked well? In these storms. In Dorset, Lake of Bays. The gold, and I had the larger one of these. Lake trout, smashing them. Tiny Rick, what's up? How goes it? Have any suggestions? What are we talking about here? For fall? Whereabouts are you? I mean, I think that for fall, I almost start focusing in on suckers and catfish for the fall, more or less, unless I'm going for perch or something. So, like, perch will come in close to any Great Lake they're in. And, well, what kind of suggestions? Like, what do you mean? And where are you at? And what are you thinking, like, for the fall? I mean, I mean, it's almost trial and error. Just try. I mean, sometimes it all depends on, like, the weather systems I find. It's so hard to, for crappies, fall crappies. Well, they get a little easier in the fall. I mean, I wouldn't change anything you'd normally do for crappies. If you're using electronics, you're locating them from boat and you're seeing them on the screen before you fish for them. I mean, other than that, I don't have... What I do is I feel it out. I see if they want a small bait or a big bait, or I kind of just... I don't know. So I feel how that bite is. I'll toss a small hook out to see how even anything's reacting, whether it's going to lightly, whether they're really hammering it. I don't know. It's just getting out there, and large bait, small bait, you know, live bait. I don't know how that's another good one too. That's a 30-footer. You order Pete's in the fall? Yeah. Nice, yeah. I order more pizza in the fall too, bro, honestly. I feel like a pizza today. I had pizza yesterday for lunch. I feel like pizza right now, actually. Hey, Gorilla, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Ontario, Canada. That's where we're at here. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, ice fishing. Well, might be a decent winter this year for it. Or you have to travel for it. Yeah, ice fishing is alright, eh? You can just do it forever. I don't know, something about being out there in that hut. Even my tent huts, you know, just sitting out there in the middle of the lake. It's peaceful. I think what we're gonna do, yeah, see, this one's broken. Here's the old Erie Deary. If you guys know what that is, but... And that is an old one. Like, it's been well used. I used to be, it probably still is. It's a go-to in Lake Erie. For whatever reason, it's an Erie Deary. It worked good for the walleye. But I haven't had much luck on them, using them. So, whatever, right? What works for one might not work for another. You know, that's somewhat what I love about fishing, too. What else we got going on here? I need to get, like, a board set up. I gotta organize and actually want to make, like, a little desk room area. You know, hang signs up and put, like, look at these. I bought these because I got them super cheap. Like, super, super cheap. Well, here, I paid 50% of that price. So that says $4.58 Canadian. And it was 50% off at the till. So I paid $2.24, or yeah, $2.27 or whatever. $227.50 a piece, something like that. So I already have some in the box, but you know, buy these, come across these deals, I need like a board to have them all on, right? Like my own tackle shop, kind of, right? I'm sure you guys have seen that a lot. Maps in the package new. Tons of stuff. This I made. So I took an old spinner apart, but then I put these beads on there and I tied that myself. Nice bucktail, right? Kind of homemade, reused parts. Catch and cook. Yeah, that's good to do in the like ice season. I don't keep a lot of fish, right? Is what you use a stinger hook on? Yeah, right on. No, it's technically like a hardened harness in a sense, right? Spinner bait, hardened harness. I tied that too, whatever. Yeah. But I gotta find a better way to be organized with pretty much everything. Fishing stuff. Like I got stuff everywhere. Basement, I got tons of stuff. I got odds and sods. Stuff I could be using. Like there's hooks I could be using right now. There's more Mepson down in there. I mean, there's just some weights. See, this just was in the boat, so. But like so much of this stuff I could be using present day. Yeah. It's obviously some braid I found, or I cleaned up from a fishing spot. Oh well, anyways, I'm not gonna start that mess right now. Again, here's a bunch of hooks I could be using. And they're a different shape. I forget what you call these ones. Yeah. Again, these hooks I could be using now. Yeah, my personal best for walleye. Well, I haven't weighed it. I mean, I don't know. What, maybe 6 pounds, 7, I don't know. Something like that too, I guess. Okay, well, if you see the last short I posted was the last walleye I caught. It was a good sized walleye. I don't know what it weighed. Like, I don't know, a few weeks ago, or what, maybe a month ago, I caught a good one. But I catch them in the river a lot, so I'm not at the Bay of Quinte targeting, you know, the walleye that get in there are huge. I know there's lunkers out in the Hamilton Harbor. If I could get on those, that would be good, and they'd be probably personal bests. Oh, yeah. What's our record walleye? I mean, it's gonna be the Great Lakes for sure, right? Probably Bay of Quinte. You think the Ontario record came out of Bay of Quinte? Probably, eh? Gorilla, a lot of times the Grand River. It's convenient. and I love the spot. I've been fishing the spot I fish a lot, like where I was today. I've been fishing there for I think around 26 years. So I've got to watch. I've been able to watch the fishing change, the species kind of, the numbers pick up and drop down. I mean, right now there's less pike I find in the Grand River and way more walleye. I mean, a few years ago and like even up to last year, a lot of people were catching bowfin like nothing. Well, I've heard from plenty of people this year they've caught no bowfin, and I haven't caught one. Whether you know what that is. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, yeah. Big smallmouth. Yeah, monsters. You know it. And what's that connect to? Does that connect to the Ottawa River as well? Like, I don't mean to be like unaware of that, but Rudu, I've heard of it, of course, and I've watched a lot of stuff on Ottawa River. Um, but you pretty much have everything then, right? Oh, okay. It must. I mean, it doesn't everything connect down there, I would imagine. But anyways, the Ottawa River. I've heard so many good things about that. Like so many good things. And monster bass. Like a lot of people said the next record bass would come out of the St. Lawrence, right? But it came out of Lake Erie. And when I was on some kind of stream or something, and they're like, St. Lawrence will be the next, and I said, no, Lake Erie, Lake Erie. No, I think it'll be Lake Erie. Sure enough, the next year it was Lake Erie. But yeah, I heard the smallmouth in the St. Lawrence and down that way are just tanks. Footballs. You guys ever fish with chatterbaits? Like anything with a chatter on them? Oh yeah. Die Hard Guide. Cool. You upload content? Anybody in the chat, if I'm not following your content or unaware of your channel, new here, welcome. Just throw a comment. It's the easiest way for me to get back to your channel and check your content out and whatnot. Because if you comment on another short or... don't get me wrong, I can go through the chat afterwards and stuff, after the live and stuff like that. But I just like that because it's easier. I go to the comment leave on a recent short or video. Then I just link to your channel through that. In Dryden. Wow. So that's the Trent River system? Is that what that is? So out of the Trent? Dryden. Where's Dryden? On Lake Ontario? Where's Dryden? Along east? It's got to be that way, right? Wow, Dryden, Ontario. What body of water is that, if you don't mind? All right, what else do you guys want to do? I can run to my truck and get that other rod so I can get that relined. And I'm going to reline it with pretty much the same brand of line. Just go the 12-foot or 12-pound test instead. And it's line. My son was actually in a derby and he won a little package of stuff. And I find we might as well use up that line that he won, because, you know, if a line sits in a box for how long is the shelf life on a monofilament? What do you guys think? I'd say a pike, Gorilla. It's a toss-up between that and a muskie. I've caught big salmon too, but I think my personal best was a pike, and it was caught fairly local to where I live, which is that much more special about it. It's a monster Lake Ontario pike, man. And I don't know the length. I don't know the weight. I still have a photo of me holding the fish. No, I thought it was like 10, 12, 13 pounds or something. A guy was there, though, and he's like, no, bud, this is a 20-pounder. And it was over 48. I think, I don't know, it's... For northern pike in that area, like that could have been a personal best for many. I know Saskatchewan, and there's some big pike out there. But this was a big pike. I be dreaming the house. Sorry if I miss any comments. And hey, what's up, everyone? If I miss a comment, I'm not ignoring you. I would never do that. So should I run out and grab that other rod? I do need to get that done. Some good old power baits. They're on his trailers. Nice. Well, I got this Suffix here, this 10-pound monofilament. We won it years back, a couple years back. I mean, shelf life we were just talking about. This stuff just seems and feels great still. Maybe I should put that on that rod and use this up. Why don't I do that? 1 pound. They're fun to catch, eh? The small ones. I love looking at a small, like, hammer handle holding your hand pike, like what you'd think of holding the hammer. I love catching small pike. I love catching, like, fish don't have to be huge for me to enjoy myself and to be, I mean, yeah, big ones are great, of course, but just catching fish is fun and fine by me. Oh, Lewis, bro, enjoy the food, dude. Right on. Thanks for being here and hanging out, eh, bro? So I'd like to search and find a year on this. Brand new, okay? This still has the plastic on it, right? It's all kind of vacuum sealed plastic. Abu Garcia, right? Your old back dial drag. Never used it. I got it with a combo, and I ended up breaking the rod. I had it around for tons, so then I just obviously kept the reel. And I hear a bit of sound to it. I mean, this thing's been sitting around forever though, eh? But this would be like old Abu Garcia. It's called an Everlast. I wonder what year this is. I need a laptop, eh? So I can just Google things up as we go here. And it's the old, that trigger style, right? And another thing, like, to take that, look at it, it's the push button. So I think for its time, this isn't like a cheapo reel. It's got the push button to get your... Betcha I grease this bad boy up. I'm going to grease it up. I should actually throw this on a rod too. that's pretty much what I did. Just plop some grease on there. Squish it in there. Oh yeah, you're familiar with this, eh? Okay. Right on, David. Yeah. I threw some grease on it. You know, it's not that loud. It feels fairly smooth. I bet you this reel would last a long time. You know? They don't make things like they used to, kind of, right? Hey, Ken Big, you there, bro? You are, eh? Yeah, you're Shimano 4000. Hey, bro, you got Google in front of you there? I know I could ask David, too. Probably anybody here would have been willing to search this up. Yabu Garcia says Acumax 5, or, Acumax S, and it's the Everlast. You want to try to get a year on this? I'm thinking it's 2000, in and around there, year 2000. Honestly, I've pretty much had it since then, eh? Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Acumax Silver, Abu Garcia, spinning reel. Looks like a 2500 series, but that's not marked on here. You know what? You guys know I'm not happy with this reel right now. There's a broken bearing or something. That might be a good replacement for a while for it. Good. Yeah, that's awesome, Matt. I appreciate you doing that. Hey, anybody who asked me, I had someone recently on a video said, "Oh, what do you recommend?" And I guess they were from Kitchener, but I offered them a rod and reel combo. So this way, you know, they weren't buying anything too cheap that was going to break on them first time using it, and then they could just see. But so no, I'm more or less the same thing with the neighbor's kid. The one I said, "Here, please," they were going away. I said, "You going fishing?" They're like, no. And I'm like, "Oh, here, have a fishing rod," you know? So, no, that's cool. No, this one I've always just wanted to kind of hang on to. But I have other rods and reels I'd be happy to donate to somebody. A lot of them are used, but yeah, even guys out anywhere. I'm good like that as well. Yeah, Matt B, right on. Don't know if I've seen you here before, but welcome to the channel. So I can either go grab that other rod, I can go grab the regulations book. Anybody have any questions about that stuff? We can look things up. See what Ken B comes up with the year on this reel. I know he's seen it, so. I don't have mods. I'm going modless, and I even have best friends that aren't my mod. People that I completely trust and everything else, and I'm just going modless. Everybody's well behaved, and then if not, I'll take care of it on my end or whatever. Nice, bro. Oh, and it showed up as vintage? Nice. What year? 90s? Late 90s? Because, I mean, what do they call vintage nowadays? I love it that it's brand new. Original line from the factory still on there. Vacuum sealed plastic on there. I love that. No, not 1776. Nice. So you're finding a year on this, Ken? Okay, I'm going to guess 1998. Hey, that thing's over 20 years old, man. Got some dipsy divers in here for if I get deep. This is the bag. My boat had to go for warranty work. And this is my stuff I just had left in the boat. They bagged up. Oh, my assorted hooks. Could have been using those. Good old dipsies. I tried this for a while with my worm harness. Anyways. Safety first. There's an emergency blanket. Never know when you're going to need one. I'm kidding. You can't find a year? I think it's like 1998, 2000. It's 20 years old anyways. I don't know what year, how old they start calling something vintage, right? I was at a yard sale once. I came across these. And I paid like $2 for this bag. Tons in there. The guy at one point was making his own baits. And he had tons of tables and tables and tables. I bought other stuff off him too. And I thought, you know what? Some trailers. Ooh, these are scented nice. They smell great. I gotta get into just throwing artificial worms. These smell awesome. I almost want to taste one. They're like oily, greasy, scented up. It's awesome. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? The worm? Oh, okay. Oh, you're doing some searching? Nice. I appreciate that. Gorilla, thank you. That's the old school color theme for Abu when they first technically came out, right? Well, maybe not when they first came out. I don't know when they came out, you know? But why, you gonna search it up? Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, bro. These we have to try. I have to use them very soon. Here's some good ones. I haven't used them yet. There's the artificial grumpy baits. Salted and scented round goby. Apparently these are really good to use. I mean, they're very, I mean, they look pretty realistic, really. Right? These These are the fat grubs. Nice. So much stuff, eh? Unused. And you know why I have a lot of this stuff? Mystery tackle box. Every winter I get their subscription for the ice. But all of this stuff, these may work good. Bond baits. That's the old school scent I always used. Berkeley Power Bait. More of those. Sometimes it's good to sort your stuff. You'll find stuff you didn't even know you owned. That's fishing, right? You get addicted to fishing and you just start, you know, anytime you can, you get a chance, you buy something, you're like, oh yeah, that'll probably work great, or whatever, or you end up somewhere fishing and you forgot something, or whatever. So I'm just trying to organize all my stuff so I'm getting good use out of everything I own, more or less, right? Instead of something sitting around for 15, 20 years like this reel. But I'm at the point now, I think I'm just going to keep this as a display for the cave. Oh, you did? Yeah, man. This stuff works great. Yeah, I'll use it any day. It may work better than what I'm using. I don't know. But yeah, I know I used this for years and years, and I'd still use it. Yeah, nice. Oh, this hurts. It's not a... Oh, okay. There's not a serial number on it, bro. Well, hold on. No. And you know what? Might not be as good as I thought it was. We'll see. Because look. And nothing against it. I'd be just, you know. All right. On the bottom. Even though it was one of the made in China's. Don't get me wrong. I know everything's made there. I'm not knocking it. I'm just... Like I told you, some things are made in the Japan factory, and I'm not saying in this brand of or product, but this one, I'm gonna buy the same brand. The next reel I buy is this brand, but it's made in Japan. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Well, you know what? There's a 00 and it says 96 right in here on the plastic. 0096. Could that be a serial number? But it's like it's separated. There's 96 and then 00. Is it from 1996? It's roughly between 95 and 2000 for sure. And even though it was made in China, it doesn't mean it's not good quality and high quality. But sadly, I want to spend $1,000 on a spinning reel. One that I take the time when I'm done fishing, take it off the pole, put it back in the box, in the silk, case. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, right on. So it was roughly that. Okay. Pretty cool. It could be good quality. I don't know. I'd have to do my research, I guess, on if this is where their manufacturing's always been done. You know, they had a really, really extra good name when they came out. Never heard a complaint about that until I've heard some recently, but whatever. But that's of recent stuff. That's, the price, as the price goes up, usually that quality of that reel, even though if it's a 2500 series and a 2500 series, sometimes I think you really do get what you pay for sometimes, but then sometimes it's not the case. So I don't know. No, you have a Shimano for your big rod. Isn't it a Shimano reel? But maybe it's your other rod you're talking about. What do you have, an Abu Garcia reel? Well, I know the one that for your big rod. I know the big Shimano you have. That's a high quality reel, and I'll guarantee that was made in Japan. Or was it made in Japan? I shouldn't say I guarantee it unless I know it. So I'm pretty sure your big Shimano reel was made in Japan. Am I right? There you go, bro. What? It seems like it will break? Yeah, so it says 096. So it's a 96 or a 2000. I think Ken searched that up and found that too, I think. So it's either a 1996 or 2000. Yeah, it says that's what it has in the back. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Here, let me try. No. I don't know if it's folks. It's a 96. Yeah. So I thought between a 95 or that's pretty cool. So 1996 Abu Garcia. It was made in China, but just like the day it was purchased. And I always thought it was the higher quality because it has the push button release. That's quality. I don't know. It's probably pretty durable and would take a good usage of like hard usage. Yeah, the 12.3 is a Shimano reel, which was probably made in Japan. It might even say on it somewhere, made in Japan. No, I get that, and I'm not knocking that, but like, I mean, you can still get a Shimano reel that's actually made in Japan. And it's just, I don't know, it's almost like like a watch, right? Like you have your Rolex, and you have, I don't know, some of those, a reel right out of Japan, made in a Japan factory. It's best quality. That's my opinion, and that's what I've heard from others too. I worked with these guys. Previous job I was at. Um, anyways, and they were huge on anything from Japan fishing. They'd bring me in reels in the box, all in the silk. Oh, look at this one, this, and they tell me the story on it, and they use it. But after every use, it comes off the pole and gets put away. And we're talking $1,000, $1,300 reels. Quality. Yeah, good night, Gorilla. Appreciate you coming, bro. I hope to see you again, eh? How long we been going here? 72 minutes? Yeah. Ken Big, what are you doing, bro? Should go live. We'll come sit at your channel, bro. Hey, thanks, bro. Yeah, yeah. I'll be live often. I'll be here, bro. Have a good day tomorrow, too, eh? Yeah, see you, Gorilla. Thanks, eh? Yeah, great interaction. Nice to meet you, eh? I think everybody in here appreciated you. So thanks, eh? All right, well, I have to grab either a Coca-Cola or that other rod. Yeah, peace, bro. What else do you guys want to do? I guess maybe I should set up that battery charger, right? Check out this running battery. If the weather's decent this Sunday, we'll get this bad boy in the water. I'm just itching to head out for some perch and cast for some pike in Long Point Bay. And it means a lot to me to get out there. My opinion, best bubbler on the market. Now it takes larger batteries, but they last forever. Having said that, these ones need to be replaced. I have two of these exactly the same. One's in my truck right now. Yeah. So, but man, the power of this thing, the bubbles this thing gives out, and it does last. Those two batteries do last quite some time. Check out the gas situation. We got a full tank of gas. Don't even need gas to take the boat out. It's full. I work with this product at work and I want to template this and change it over to get rid of the vinyl. Make a template, install the buttons on the product, and they'll be like hard panels. It's on the list of to-dos. I might have to go and see what's going on with my boy there. I have 4 kids and 2 of them are autistic. Peace, Ken. Yeah, thanks for coming, eh, bro? %60. So if you let a battery sit for long enough, they will. Well, this battery has twice on me now. So even after the first season, I let it sit in the winter for a while and it went down to 60, but no less. So 5 people in the house. Who do we have here? Alrighty, it's saying 66%, so it'll go up quick. I let it get to 100 and I check it next week, it'll still be at 100. Oh, that's cool, bro. Right on. I'm not sure how long I'll stay alive for. I'm gonna head out and just, I'll be back in 1 second, whoever's here. I'm just going to grab another fishing rod. I gotta put new line on. I'll be like 1 minute, not even. Anybody here fish with hair jigs? Know what I'm saying? Any anglers in the house? There's some jigs that a couple of color patterns I kind of made up myself. None of this is synthetic neither. It's all, that's bucktail, and the red is ostrich feather. So I call this one the Tiger Cat. And that's one of my favorite colors to tie. So I know nobody in the chat here is, all my regulars are gone, so I was just gonna, I'm willing to send any of my regulars that interact with the channel and chat and steadily come. I'm happy to send them a couple of free jigs, all homemade, handcrafted by myself. This one I call the Blue Jay, of course, right? And that's a 1/2 ounce jig head, and that's a pretty big hair jig. That's a snack sandwich bag, right? And a lot of times in the winter, this is another one of my favorite colors. Is I like the pink, the blue, right? A little bit of flash in there. White with the blue. And these are all 3/8. So in the winter time, I like to tie jigs. And I do nothing with them. I don't sell them or nothing. So it gets to the point where I end up having tons of jigs. So here's a Wonder Bread. I like tying that one. No hair jigs? Not into the hair jigs? Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm going to put new line on this rod. So usually once a season for sure, if not twice a season. And I've been running an 8-pound mono all season. I've changed this line, I don't know, just over a month ago. I've changed this line twice because what I first lined it with I wasn't happy with. And then I went with this 8-pound mono. And I'm always cutting off like chunks, like, 5 to 10 feet off my line, because rocks, as you're fishing bottom and stuff like that, rocks are hitting and debris you're rubbing your line against. So it's good to kind of get rid of that line. This way you don't get a monster fish on, and because you had a weak point in the line, you lose the fish, right? So I'll take this stuff off. This was 8-pound mono, and I'm going to move up to a 10-pound mono. And I think the 10-pound mono will just give me less stretch. I don't know if you know anything about fishing, or whoever's in here right now. Monofilament and how your line stretches when you set a hook. Like I say, we have 3 people here. I don't know who those 3 people are, so 4 people now. Everybody hit the like at least. You're sitting there silent. No likes. battery's at 80%. I'm charging here. I don't know how long you guys have been here for, but just topping up some boat batteries, or batteries in my boat. I have 2 of them. Relining some fishing line, organizing a bit of tackle. Oh, thanks, bro. Thank you. So what we're throwing on it, we have some Suffix Pro Select 10-pound test. Monofilament. Oops. And your line is very important, if you ask me. You don't want it to get weak. You don't want to have weak spots in the line. You know, you do get that big bite, you don't want to lose the fish, right? So the fishing line is very important. 4 people in the house. Thanks for being here, whoever you are. I think one's Ken Big fishing. And then who knows who the... Oh, 6 in the house now. Thanks for coming in. Welcome. I'm putting new line on my on a fishing rod here. Well, that was scary. I'm gonna pull on this and see how easy it snaps. Ah, that's strong line. Actually, look at that. So for 10-pound test, let's see how strong this line is here. I don't want to put it on if I feel it's... I know it's good line. I've used it before. It's just I've had it for a couple years, eh? So you just wonder on a shelf life. But it feels good. It's really good line. Fish don't see it. I've been using this line for the last... I tried to use it the last couple years. Early spring I tried something else and I wasn't happy with it. So I took that off my rods right away. And I did it to save $1. Even though I already had this line here. I was somewhere and I saw a deal online and I thought I'd try it out, right? So, but I'm going back to this line. And what I just took off wasn't the crappy line I was talking about. It was something else that was 8-pound monofilament. Throw this up there. don't like the sounds of that. That could be making marks in the side of my boat there, so I'm gonna damage the paint. Whoa. I got new line on these. Did another rod earlier, and now I just can't wait to cast them, right? Got new line on them. I want to get some fish on them. I don't like the sound of that either. It's annoying a bit, eh? It goes right back to where it was. I'll try to put it between my socks. There we go. Nope. Nope, it's not gonna work. Boom, now we're all set. Put that in there like that. Right. Now I use my feet. Now we're good to go. Good way to get my line twisted up. Yeah, it works. Line's important, right? And make sure you have good fishing line. Thanks for coming in, Kenneth. How are you, bro? Guys, give me 1 second, right? Hey guys, one of my little ones are up out of bed. I gotta go give a hand upstairs. Thanks for joining the stream. Welcome to the channel. I'll see you again. Appreciate it.